Good morning. Nice to meet you. Hope all of you are fine. Welcome to the new academic year. This year we are going to experience a novel way of learning, that is the online mode of learning. First of all, I introduce you to the 8th standard English course book. The course book has two parts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 consists of 3 units and part 2 2 units. The name of the first unit is Hues and Views. It shows the relevance of art in our life. You might have heard the names of some famous world painters like Picasso, Raphael, M.F. Hussain, Raja Ravi Verma, Rabindranath Tagore. How did the artists become famous? Because art is eternal. What is the meaning eternal? Everlasting, without beginning or end. Art is immortal. Art is permanent. This is one of the paintings of Raja Ravi Verma, Hamsam and Damayanti. This is another paintings of Raja Ravi Verma, Damayanti and her maids. Today we will study an interesting story, The Mysterious Picture. The Mysterious Picture by Charles D. Costa, the author of this book. His lifetime is 1827 to 1879. He was considered as the father of Belgian literature. He was born on Munich. His masterpiece is The Legend of Till Eulenspiegel. This is considered as the classic in Belgian literature. Okay, children, look at the page number 9. Yes. What do you see in this picture? What do you see in this picture? What are the details you look at it when you look at it closely? A man with a hat sitting on a horse, a man sleeping, and a river flowing. Let me ask another question. How did the artist hide minute details from our eyes at the first sight? We can come to the interesting story, The Mysterious Picture. I am going to read the paragraph, first paragraph. You follow me. Listen it carefully. Paragraph first. Till, in the course of his wanderings from court, rode to the palace of the Archduke of Battenberg on his donkey. His clothes and appearance attracted everyone's attention. His cap was set smartly on his head, and 3 bright feathers on it danced in the breeze as he rode at the main entrance to the palace. The captain of the guards called out to him, "Hey there, you fellow on the donkey. We don't allow any loafers here. You and your donkey already look like skeletons." This is the first paragraph. Students, you read the paragraph silently. Yes, you might have come across some difficult words. You underline the difficult words. and find out the meaning from the glossary or dictionary. It is an assignment. Do it from your home. Now let me ask some questions. Who was still? He was an artist. At that same time, he was a wanderer. How did he reach the palace? You can see in the paragraph. Very simple answer. He reached at the palace on his donkey. Yes, next question. What all attracted everyone's attention? Tell me the answer. The answer is in the middle part of the paragraph. Yes, his clothes and appearance attracted everyone's attention. That is the answer. Next question, fourth question. Explain the appearance of Till. The answer is in the same place that you can see at the middle part. His clothes and appearance attracted everyone's attention. His cap was set smartly on his head, and the three bright feathers on it danced in the breeze as he rode. He looked like a skeleton. That's all. Once more I read the fourth question's answer. What was the fourth question? Explain the appearance of Till. We want to explain only the appearance of Till. Answer. His clothes and appearance attracted everyone's attention. His cap was set smartly on his head, and the three bright feathers on it danced in the breeze as he rode. He looked like a skeleton. That's the answer. Next question. What is the reason that he looked like a skeleton? What is the reason that he looked like a skeleton? Very simple. Due to his wandering, he looked like a skeleton. He was wandering here and there. That is why looked like a skeleton. Yes. Okay, children. Let us go to the second paragraph. Listen it carefully. The captain of the guards was a tall, well-built, red-haired man of about 25. He was handsomely dressed in his gold-braided uniform. Till looked at him coolly and then dismounted from his donkey. He bowed low and said, "May God bless you, Sir Captain. If I look like a skeleton, it is not my fault. I am very hungry. I have come here because I am forced to. If you will be so good as give me a piece of the gold cord that you wear on your coat, I will go and hang myself by the teeth on that large leg of mutton that I see hanging in that butcher's shop." That's all the second paragraph. Read the paragraph silently. Yes, let me ask some questions. The question is, what is the meaning of braided? Braided means woven. Braided means woven. Okay. Now let us have a look at the word verb of captain of the guards. It is in the page number 23. Yes, captain of the guards. Whether he is tall or short, he is tall. You can write at the space. What about his physical condition? He was well built. Yes, next one. What is the color of his hair? Red haired. How old is he? 25-year-old. What about his uniform? Gold braided. Gold braided uniform. Is he handsome? Handsome, the answer. Next one. Is he punctual? Yes. He does his duties well. That is the answer. Does his duties well. What about his likes and dislikes? He likes painting. He likes painting. That is the word verb of captain of the guards. Character sketch of captain of the guards. Yes, regarding the second paragraph, let me ask some questions. What is the first question? What do you see in this paragraph? We get a beautiful description of captain of the guards who is guarding the palace of Archduke of Battenberg. Next one. Now tell me, how did Till start his conversation when he met the captain? May God bless you. Sir Captain, if I look like a skeleton, it is not my fault. I am very hungry. I have come here because I am forced to. If you will be so good as to give me a piece of the gold cord that you wear on your coat, I will go and hang myself by the teeth on that large leg of mutton that I see hanging in that butcher's shop. That is the answer of the fourth question. Next question. What was the reaction of Till? He reacted very coolly. He reacted very coolly. What is the expression he uses? Answer is, may God bless you, Sir Captain. Next question. What is the figurative expression used by Till? The figurative expression is, if you will be so good as to give me a piece of the gold cord that you wear on your coat, I will go and hang myself by the teeth on that large leg of mutton that I see hanging in that butcher's shop. Next question. What is the meaning of the figurative speech? What is the meaning of the figurative speech? Figurative expression used by Till. Answer is, if you will be so good as to give me a piece of the gold cord that you wear on your coat, I will go and hang myself by the teeth on that large leg of mutton that I see hanging in that butcher's shop. What is the meaning of the figurative speech? Till is a clever and tricky man. He has visited the palace of Archduke of Battenberg with an intention. Yes, next we can go to the third paragraph. The captain was playing a game of chess with another officer. He looked curiously at a time. Where do you come from? He asked. From Flanders, replied Till. What do you want? I should like to show His Highness the Archduke one of my paintings. I am a painter. Well, if you are a painter and if you come from Flanders, you may come in, said the captain somewhat impressed. The captain knew that Flemish painters and their pictures were in great demand all over Europe. Till was presented to the Archduke. He saluted the Archduke 3 times and stood before him with his head bowed. May your Highness pardon me for my rashness in thinking that one of my paintings will please your Highness. I have brought a picture of Our Lady, the Virgin, in her royal robes. Lay it at your noble feet. Till paused a few moments for his words to sink in. Then he continued, you must forgive me, your Highness, if I have dared to hope that this picture will please you. Perhaps your Highness might wish to offer me the chair of your court painter who died recently. I can see the empty velvet chair waiting to be filled. The Virgin's picture was a splendid painting, and the Archduke made up his mind at once. He embraced and kissed him on both cheeks. He said, I shall be delighted to make you my court painter. He directed him to the chair and made him sit on it. Well, my dear fellow, he said, you do have a tongue in your head, and you certainly seem to know how to use it. You are very talkative fellow, aren't you? Okay, let me ask some questions regarding this paragraph. Which place did Till come? Till comes from Flanders. Second question, what character of Till is revealed here? What character of Till is revealed here? Till appears to be tactful and careful when he talked to Archduke. The answer is, once more, Till appears to be tactful and careful when he talked to Archduke. Listen the third question. What did he bring to the Archduke? What did he bring to the Archduke? Till brought a picture of Our Lady, the Virgin, in her royal robes. Next question, listen. What was the real intention of Till? That is very easy. What was the real intention? His intention was to become the court painter. His intention was to become the court painter. How did Till start his conversation? He started his conversation, May your Highness pardon me for my rashness in thinking that one of my paintings will please your Highness. I have brought a picture of Our Lady, the Virgin, in her royal robes. I have painted it specially so that I might lay it at your noble feet. That's all. The answer is in the middle part of the third paragraph. Next question. What was the expression used by Archduke to call Till? He used the words, a talkative fellow, you have got a tongue in your head. Two expressions he used, a talkative fellow and you have got a tongue in your head. Okay. Yes, I am going to ask you the next question. Having a tongue, what is the meaning of it? What is the meaning having a tongue? The answer is, Till is a person with lots of guts. Till is a person with lots of guts. He speaks for himself. He defends for himself. That is the answer. How does he use words to address Queen, Archduke, Captain of the Guards, Painter? How does he use words to address Queen, Archduke, Captain of the Guards, Painter? Yes, the answer is Archduke. Words used to address Archduke. What are the words? My Lord, Your Highness, Your Lordship. Next one. What are the words used by Till to address Queen? Her Highness, Madam, Mrs., Miss. These are the words used by Till to address the Queen. Next one. What are the words used to address Captain of the Guards? My dear fellow, sir. Two words. Last one, Painter. What is the word used by Till? Mister. Only one word, Mr. Okay, children, do you know how to prepare a notice? What is the context of preparing the notice? Prepare a notice informing the students and teachers about the inaugural function of English club of your school. That is the context. You do it in your notebook. Prepare a notice. Do it in your notebook as an assignment. What are the steps to be followed while preparing a notice? What are the steps to be followed? There are so many steps. We can adopt one. What is the first step? First of all, write the name of school and name of the function. First of all, write the name of the school and name of the function. Then you can write the place and date. The place and date. Next one, then write the addressing word. An addressing word is very essential. To whom it is addressed. For example, dear teachers and students, children. Next one, subject matter. You can write the subject matter. It should include date, time and venue. Don't forget to write the date, time and venue. Next, you can write all are welcome. Below it, put your signature. The signature of the convener. Next come program schedule. In that program schedule, you can write the first item prayer, second one welcome speech, third one presidential speech, presidential address, fourth one inauguration, fifth one felicitation, next one vote of thanks. At last you can write a national anthem. Keeping these steps in your mind, write the notice. Don't forget the steps. Steps are very important. Next you write a conversation. Next one, next task. Conversation between Till and Archduke. You write at least 6 exchanges. You write at least 6 exchanges. Write it as an assignment in your notebook. Now it is time for winding up the class.